So basically, welcome. Today we are going to go through a step-by-step tutorial. Not really a step-by-step, but kind of the thought process of making a 3D YouTube banner. So let's just get into it, and you can just watch and follow, and I'll try and tell and explain what I'm doing. So basically, the first things first, I'm going to open up, if I can find one of my older Lightrooms, which I constantly use for all of my backgrounds. So this is not a reoccurrence of sorts. This is just what I use, I guess. So 2014. Here we go. Okay then. There we go. So this here setup is basically what I have been using to make most of my banners constantly, all the time. So let's see, we're gonna make it for. I'm gonna make a banner for the Shade Clan today. Right, so let's just get rid of. This is gonna take a while to open. So delete that. Don't need this text, or I need that. I'm gonna keep that there. Don't really need this either, and we also don't need the logo. So now we are going to need these materials. These are paid materials. They cost money. I forgot what the name of the person who actually had this super cool stuff. Let me see. Xunify, or whatever this guy's name is. That's the materials in his pack. It didn't cost much, so I used the rock and the lava from his pack. Let's see. So first things first, going to drag this on the meta ball, as usual. Get rid of that, and that's cubic already. And the cones are gonna be in rock. If you don't know how to make the meta ball, I'll just walk you through it real quick. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab a sphere, move it in the middle, make it smaller, or it depends on our Lightroom where it places. Then you're going to go ahead and grab a cloner, place that in the cloner, change the mode to radial. Once again, you want to place this in the middle, actually make it a little bit smaller. Once again, in the cloner, you want to go and make quite a lot of these and spread the radius out a bit more. Transformation, you want to mess around with the scales of these if you want to, or let me see. Let's just see real quick. You can't do that here. Okay, once you have the the sphere selected, you can go ahead and add a random effector to that. Now you can do the scale. You can go to uniform scale and put this up if you want, and it'll make some of the balls smaller or bigger. I use balls a lot. Don't think I'm like homosexual or something, because I'm obviously not. So the position, you wanna change the position around just to whatever suits you or what you feel happy with. You can mess with the seed, and you get what you want eventually, I guess. And then you're going to go and into this and add meta ball, and I'm pretty sure you place this inside the meta ball. And you're gonna get this huge chunk of whatever that is. And to edit that, you just edit the subdivisions to make it more round, I guess. Keep it to about 5 or so. You can make it bigger or smaller, whatever you really please. Add the lava on top, spherical, change that to cubic. If you're not happy with something, you can always change the count of the meta balls up, or you can go inside here and change the size down. Whatever floats your boat, basically. Mess around with whatever you feel happy with. So eventually, with time, you can get a good looking meta ball, which is the one I have here. It does take a while. You can also mess around with the text and make it warp around the text, but I'm not going to go into detail with that right now. Let's just get this going. So the first thing you want to do is add a text. say shade. Let's see. We're gonna pick a font. I kind of have thousands and thousands of fonts. Oh, text message. Let me see. What does it say? Shit, now why you pissed yourself? Okay. That's random text message. That's alright. Leave that for now. Come on, phones. Load. Hurry up. There we go. So let's see. Let's pick something. Shade. Shade's kind of a... doesn't really sound like a very sharp word. It's kind of more of a smooth word. So this font obviously will not suit the topic of the banner, I guess. I'm gonna place the... can't do that now. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna spin this around, you know, make it fit into the meta ball. Kind of alright, I guess. Make it down. Let's change the font to something more appealing. No, kind of want something sharp, but not sharp at the same time. So let's see. I had a font downloaded the other day. Let me just check my downloads real quick. What's the font called? Downloads. The font is called Lighthouse. Okay. L. Okay, never mind. Can't do that. Let's see. HJKL light. I'm way past it already. Probably light. There we go. Lighthouse. Here we go. Seems alright. It's not a bad font. Let's put some filler caps on it to emphasize the facts of whatever I'm trying to do here. Monograph, put that. Okay, here we go. Place this in here. What's the display set to? Okay, we need proper shading on this one. Place this in the middle. Make that a little bit bigger, actually. And kind of bend it around a bit more. Move this back. Seems alright. Okay. Now the object, I want this to actually go inside the meta ball, so we're gonna bump that up. And the caps, not really happy with the steps. Let's put the steps and make it a bit smoother. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is duplicate this, and actually just gonna change this to quick shading. And go ahead and grab an atom array. Put this inside the atom array. Go back in the text actually, and go to object, make it 1. So only the front of it will be big, I guess, and the sphere radius I think is 0.5 if I am positively sure. Not 100% sure. Let's just see how big this is. It's a bit too big actually. Let's see. I'm gonna caps. Let's see. Change that back to 1, and that to 1. Actually, let's just change it to none, just for the sake of. Yeah, well, that doesn't really work that well. What if I change this to 1? And that back to... And... Here we go, this should work. There we go. But then again, I'm not really overly happy with how this looks. I'll just give it a quick render and I'll be right back. Okay, I gave it a quick render there now. Actually, kind of decently happy with it. So now I'm gonna have to go ahead and scroll through and find the good old metal texture to add to the sides of the text to make it stand out or pop out or whatever people use it for. I don't know. I just kind of got used to it. Started using it as well. So all right, that's that. I'm gonna take the cones back actually, and display, change that back. Now we have that, I kind of want to move the cones around just a little bit, you know, so it's not the same as the previous banner. Make it go through some of the text, make it pop through, move that forward a little bit. Let's see, that's already coming through. Here we go. Just bring that out a bit more. It's big enough, I guess. Shade, right. Now, Shade has the logo that they have is the S from this text here. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and grab another another one of these and make it an S and change the font to Lighthouse as it is for the text because it's their logo, because they obviously couldn't afford a proper logo. I'm joking. I'm just joking. Well, so basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these and group them. Grouping is Alt-G to put them in a group. Shut up text message. I'm going to untick that because I don't want it to be kind of in the way and slow things down. Once I have this S here, I'm going to duplicate it and go ahead and grab another atom array, put that in there, and change that to 0.5. Actually, for this, we can bump it up to 1, to be honest. There we go. And gonna go ahead and add the same chrome to this, and going to go back to the top and get the rock texture and add it to this text. Have I got it here? Yes, I have. Right, and now that I have that, I can group these and move them, there we go, behind the mesh itself. Here we go. Rotate that around a little bit, make it a bit smaller. Kind of want it to sit on top, see what happens. Shade, bit to the side, so it's kind of sticking out from the whole thing itself. There we go. That looks decent. So there's just the S in the background. I don't know, just for the sake of it. So basically this is what I have currently at the minute. So I'm going to render this and see how it looks and see if I need any more changes or if there's any more requirements that I should take. Now that it's rendering, I can actually see that the edges of the shade are not exactly kind of happy with them. So going to remove those. Set that to none on the edges there, and actually, sorry, change that to cap, I think. Yes, and in the atom array, I'm gonna go in here and change that to just a cap as well. Object 1, atom array 0.5, display, and there we go. Gonna be far better now. So overall, with the whole thing itself, I'm happy enough with it. So what I'm going to do is take these two text layers, go to MoGraph and grab an effector and click on random effector. Change the strength down a little bit to about 5. That's just for the position. I just want to do the rotation. Let's just go into display, get the lines, not the lines, the quick shading, and rotate it around until I am happy enough with it, just for that little bit of, I guess, variation in the text. There we go, and rotate it to the sides. There we go. So overall, at the minute, I am very happy with the outcome that's happened here. Now, this is not for very, very beginners tutorial. This is, you know, you kind of need to know some stuff in Cinema 4D to follow the tutorial, but I will leave the link to this Lightroom that I have used, my Lightroom that I've always used, in the description below. It's not gonna contain the materials that I used because those are obviously paid materials and I can't give them out for, you know, legal type of, not type of legal bloody reasons. I wish I could, but I can't do that unfortunately. So just follow what you see, mess around with it, and if you want, I can make a more in detail how to step by step get started with things, but I will do a Photoshop part for my style, which should be easier to follow because Photoshop is just mostly stock images and putting stuff in a foreground, background, blah blah blah. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in part 2. Goodbye.